Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, check!
They run with a big man in his 7th season. It's Derrick Henry. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
A first down carry for Henry. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now they'll look to Willis to throw. A check down here for Henry. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Henry running right. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know, he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Henry. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Man open left side is Brown. Touchdown, Saints. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 29 yards. And the Saints are on the board here first in the season opener. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Howell. Taken down here by the Saints. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's good for 28 yards. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Mixon is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Mixon again. But he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Mixon. It looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. So taking a risk here early in the new year, they're going to go for it. They run for it with Mixon, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. Mixon unable to find the goal line on 4th down. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in. But I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game. A good, solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
On second down, here's Henry. Able to break the tackle and get some breathing room before being brought down just outside the 5. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now Willis on third down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
And this ball is going to be touchdown just shy of midfield.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I've never returned punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Second down throw for Howell. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Howell throwing on third down here. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So here we go, 4th down. Howell. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Saints are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid. The reason that they drafted him. And
he's got a man, complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Now left side on the swing pass. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On first down, Howell. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Moore, the man in motion. Off play action. It's Howell. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Adafe Owe there on the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On second down, a run with Patterson. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Patterson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Here we go, check! Check match, check match!
They're going for it with the option right. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop it far behind the line to gain. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to look deep for Moore. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Rondale Moore, 54 yards. And the Falcons get a late score here, the final minute of the first half. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's when you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Al's throw here taken in by Knox. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Al to the air on 1st and 10. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
He's got the connection to Moore. He's got the first down and more. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Mixon will try the right side. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Stuck for the loss by Devin White.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Powell. He finds his running back, Mixon. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 24-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Let's go now.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Moore, the man in motion. On 2nd and inches. Powell steps away to his left. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and cut back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Powell throwing on first down here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Here's Howell. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Hadn't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there. No hesitation at all to tuck it and go.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Joe Mixon punching it in from a yard away. And the Falcons have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense,
rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it, and the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
First down, Howell to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Howell now to throw it. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. On the delay, it's Mixon. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Third and 1. Howell's going to throw it. This is caught. Touchdown. Joe Mixon. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these.
Willis throws another interception, his 3rd of the game. picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. DK Metcalf, 29 yards. And the Falcons are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Second down, Willis looks to throw here.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Willis, 4th down, has to have it.
Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Okay, ready?
Now Willis on 1st and 10.
Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Right back to the air again with Willis.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Myles Garrett able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
Willis takes a hit and the ball is free.
And the Falcons grab it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Following the fumble recovery, Howell, he's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On 2nd and 10, Howell. And that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Now Howell.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And And they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of it.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Lots of look to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power on top for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down.
Willis, got to have this one.
And now here's another interception.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drop.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. And they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Throwing on second and long. Howell. And And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Saints come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Now, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here.